Do you know what fate is? Do you have any idea what you're doing right now? Or do you actually do not know the answer of any of the questions that I just asked you? Like, we don't have a clue. Like, we're all clueless in this world, living as social independents. But we're all social members of the society, of our communities, and of our, families. We're always trying to stand out because we're all unique people here. Like, we're never the same two people if we put ourselves in a group of people, right? Even if our appearances may look similar, we are all really unique, idiosyncratic people living unique lives. Like, we can never be duplicated, and that's the fundamental right of being a human being, is that we can never be duplicated. Although, there are, like conspiracy stuff about cloning people, but even if science, succeeds in cloning a person, maybe that would be identical in a philosophical sense. But anyways, right now we don't have any of that cloning technology here, so we have nothing to worry about. So we are no two same people. That's what I'm trying to say. And what that really means is that we really can't be obstructed to live a free life. Like, we're all free and independent from each other, and we do not have to be strangled down by society with all these indoctrinations of success, and you have to become this productive person, you have to become this successful person, you have to become famous, you have to become like this Instagram hotshot, like you have to become this Google worker, or you have to work at like this law firm, or whatever. You have to become doctor. All these BS and all these indoctrinations that we are fed in our society, everything that constitutes our values, our external monitors, our success diagrams, they are really all made up by people who are no smarter than us. Shout out to Steve J. Anyways, I'm really trying to say here is that you can be the smartest person in the world. You can be the richest person in the world. You can be the most talented person in the world, right? Like, say Neymar. I'm just kidding. Of course, Messi. No, Ronaldo. But what makes us really unique is not the summation of our abilities or talents. What makes us is not the summation of our grades and the figures that our salaries depict. What makes us cannot actually be described by materialistic things, but it's of a spiritual realm that cannot be seen. And let's say love, right? You love this person. Oh my God, I truly love this person's spirit. You don't love that person if you truly love the person for the type of car he or she drives, the type of house that he or she lives in, the type of job he or she has. Of course, those can factor into the feeling of love, but this actual feeling of love, emotion of love, is something that is actually very spiritual and fundamental and just, not materialistic, if you know what I mean. Anyways, what I'm really trying to say here is just that we really have to live by our own accords, according to our fundamental values and our principles. But I'm saying that we have to be careful and vigilant because those principles and values may be manufactured by our society. And I'm not trying to, speak conspiracy here, but I'm just trying to say that it's really important for us, for every single person in this world, living in today's world, this very hectic world, to be vigilant, to be extra vigilant, to really cross-examine every single idea that is out there and every single virtue that is out there. And to be careful of what we perceive as a true meaningful society and life and community, and what we believe to be healthy in our lives is monumentally important. Because, for example, you can become, addicted to a substance. You can say, oh, I really don't like cocaine, I'll never try it. But let's say this really, really pretty girl comes up to you, and then she just hooks you up with like cocaine, and then she says, with like a very like attractive and luring tone, like, do you want to do cocaine with me? And you just go for it, and you just do cocaine, and you feel like, oh, this is amazing, I'll always do coke now. Then what have you just done? Like, have you just come across a huge, super beneficial habit that is going to turn your life around for the better? Or have you just fallen into the pit of cocaine? It's a very extreme and radical idea that I'm trying to propose here. But let's say the book that you just picked up from this like store, it turns out to be a manufactured script, manuscript of a deceased cult. And you look into all these ideas, and you're so fabulous and so truthful, and just you feel like these ideas are amazing, and you feel like what they're saying is the virtue of paradise, and you get hooked onto that cult activism. What have you just done? Like, I'm just saying that you need to have a filter, and a very healthy filter, right, in life. And just, that's very important, to have your own principles, to not be swayed by one thing and another and a certain situation. Peer pressure, just being able to withstand peer pressure, being able to withstand the flow. I think it's one of the most important virtues and characteristics of, a very good person, a very well learned, enthusiastic, enlightened person living in today's world. Because today, if you just log on to your computer and you just go on, Google Chrome, and you look at all these sites, right? There's millions of words and wordings, and all those sentences and all these information. There's too much information. It's just all TMI. In this world, it's just TMI, and you really need time for digital detoxification. It's like you need to fast from all this bull crap at once to free yourself from this, flood, this inundation of agenda, like propaganda, Everyone's trying to sell their stuff, right? Everyone is trying to sell their stuff on the internet. And you have to be extra vigilant and careful and protective of yourself. If you do love yourself, right? If you just don't want to end up in a cult and wasting your entire life. I'm just kidding. But that was a very extreme and radical. And I really hope nobody, gets into a dangerous place ever in this world. But this world is a dangerous place, and that is the truth that we're living in, is the reality. So, why not just be extra careful, right? So, what I'm really trying to say here is, never waste your time. Go work, go get a job, or dumb. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But be productive, yet don't work too hard for the GPA by sacrificing your precious soul, right? It says in the Bible, what good is the entire wealth of riches, a world of riches, if you have lost your soul, or something like that. Something along the lines of that phrase there. My memory kind of suffers with the specifics, so I always like to paraphrase things that people said, because everything I say from my memories aren't word for word. Anyways, I really want to say that it's really important to talk with other people and be very talkative, discuss your ideas with your loved ones, those who you can trust. And if you don't have anyone to trust, right, build a community, or join a church community, or join like this, very trusted group of people that are sober, because you can't really trust alcoholics, kind of. I'm saying this because I used to be an alcoholic, and I know that I couldn't be trusted. I myself couldn't be trusted with any kind of life responsibilities. I'm not trying to degrade anyone other than myself who is drinking or either partially alcoholic, whatever. Just saying from my personal experience that I used to be a very, very fragile, like mentally fragile person, because I was an alcoholic, and I really resorted to booze whenever I had a stick up in my reality and I needed a timeout. I just called my friends, they picked me up, we'd go to a bar, we'd get messed up, we'd smoke cigarettes every like 5 minutes, and we just laugh about like the most stupid things, right? And we just throw up and just drink, throw up, and just endless cycle of stupidity. It's just pure stupidity. Like if you drink wine and it's like very, very fashionable, very respected, and very rich and very high class, and that might be different. But like just pouring yourself endless shots, it's just really meaningless hedonism. Anyways, that's about it, what I'm trying to say. And in the next videos, I'm going to talk about the feeling of emptiness and how you can cope with it, I guess. But thank you for watching, and I hope you liked it. If you liked it, then maybe like the video, like thumbs up. And if you loved it, and maybe you could subscribe for future content, right? It's up to you. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.